Good morning, everyone. First of all, I know you are all under lockdown, and most important thing is to stay safe and keep safe. Um, I will be coming to you on videos like this through YouTube to go through the standard, which is number 28093, which covers student loans and tertiary study. So this is going to be the first episode. This one is going to cover the first item, which is the funding options. Before I start, I just want to say it's really important that you guys are on Teams and on OneNote, that you keep asking questions, get in communication with me with any of those questions, and I will be more than happy to help you with finding the correct answer, hopefully. That's one. Two, as time goes by, there will be another section that talks about the assessment itself. So don't worry about that. What I want you to do right now is to familiarize yourself with different sections of this standard. It has 4 sections. Today we're going to do the first section, and it's going to be about funding options, student loans, and other fund tertiary study. Now, what is tertiary study? Tertiary study, for some, when they hear, they think, oh my God, this is just, I'm going to go to university. No, it covers any courses that might be done through tertiary institutions. Tertiary covers anything beyond the school realm. Okay, so if you're going to UCall, if you're going to university, if you're going to an educational organization that satisfies the different requirements for a student loan to make you eligible, then this standard covers these items. So what I want you to do now is that I want you to listen. If there is any questions, please put it on the conversation panel, and I'll try to attend to your answers. Now, I want you to understand that I'm going to be explaining things from page 6 to page 23. That's in your handout. Remember, your handout, I sent you a hard copy, and it is on OneNote. All right. I want to talk about the most important item through this one, which is usually used by many, and it is the student loan. Okay. Now, you need to understand that when you go for a study, there are costs attached for that, whether it is living cost, whether it is accommodation, whether it's the course cost. Now, all these are covered by the student loan in different ways. All right. So, where can I access a student loan? There is a website called studylink.govt.nz. This is really handy, it's helpful, and it's easy to use. Okay? So that is going to be your entry point. However, you cannot start your application unless you have managed to enroll in a course, which I'm going to come to in a minute. Okay? Now, remember, these are unsecured loans from the government to you. What does that mean? It means that you don't have to offer what we call a collateral. So you don't have to offer your car, your house, parents' house, land, okay? It is unsecured, okay? You don't have to provide any security against it, all right? And it's not means tested. That means if your parents earn 20,000 or 300,000, it doesn't matter. You are still, if you are enrolled in a tertiary course, you are still eligible for one. Okay, so how can I, or what do I need to have in place to be able to attain or to have a student loan? One, as I said before, you have to be enrolled in a tertiary course. Two, you have to specify whether you are studying full-time or part-time. Okay? You must be a New Zealand citizen or have a full residency requirement, and you must be under 55, okay, for when your course starts. What does it cover? As I said before, course fees, living costs, course related. What they might ask of you, they might ask for a birth certificate or a passport or a driver's license, okay? However, you have to understand, okay, that these loans are interest-free, but there is some minor costs. One of them is called establishment fee, which is at the start of the loan, and the other one is what we call an annual administration fee. So this is for the maintenance of the loan regarding to sending you letters, sending you notifications, okay? So it's not that much, but, you know, if you're studying for more than 3 or 4 years, they all add up. Do I encourage you to get a student loan? Well, if there is no other source of finance, and you really want to get qualified and you want to upskill and you want to get some sort of a degree that would allow you to follow your dream for your job dream and all that, I do recommend that you go through the process. However, keep in mind that the repayment after you finish your study, it will start right after you start earning above a certain income, which you will find on the study link website. All right. The other one, which is personal loans, which I personally do not recommend. A personal loan is through the bank. So you go to the bank and say, look, I want to study. Okay. I need a loan from the bank. Remember, those guys or the banks will charge you between 15 to 20%. Okay. However, some banks do offer special rates for tertiary students. So shop around. It's really important to check. So it's not like because I am with ASB, I'll just go for a personal loan for tertiary study. Shop around. Check what other banks are offering you. All right. Another one is getting the money from family or whānau. The question is, you have to ask. If I'm going to ask mom and dad for money, am I putting much pressure on them, or do they have that money? However, usually money from family come with strings. What do I mean by that? Okay, you have to understand that there is a license. The moment you take that money from someone, it gives them a license to interfere, a license to basically judge your decisions, hold you accountable, okay? And if you don't pay the money back, it puts the whole relationship in jeopardy. I do recommend that this could be possibly your second option, possibly third, because there's one to come which we will discuss. And another one is what we call personal savings. That would be the second option, which is some students take a gap year, they work really hard, they save, and then they go for their study or their so the idea here is that you would save, and once you've saved, what happens is that you are only going to use a small amount of loan, which would make repayment of that loan way, way easier in the future. All right. And the other one is what we call gifting. The question is, Do you have a rich uncle or a rich really that can give you some money as a gift? Another one, what we call, is education funding scheme or apprenticeships. So this is through a industry training fund. It allows employers with significant numbers to take students on board, and while you are working for them, they can pay for your study with that industry training organization. So it's really important to understand that there are many options out there. You are not just stuck with taking a student loan. There are also scholarships. The most important thing you have to understand is that you need to talk to your teachers, especially when you are year 12 and year 13. Talk to your teachers, talk to your dean about applying for scholarships. There are so many scholarships out there that you need someone just to direct you or point the finger in the right direction. Okay. Another one is that if you're working for a company, if you manage to work for a company and as you're working, you decided to go to study, you will find that that company, if you approach your manager, they might even cover the cost of your study. And another one is what we call an internship. Now, I do recommend those who are going for a professional kind of study like accounting, being a lawyer, uh, um, other financial services, is to try internships. And what do they do? These ones here, um, they are undergraduates. They are usually in the second or last year of study, and what otherwise called work placements. So you work for a certain amount of time, possibly 6 months to a year. The employer will determine whether you're a good fit for that business or whether you have what it takes to make it in that organization. And at the end of it, they can say, thank you for your service, or they can offer you a full time job. Now, I'd really appreciate it that you go through the chapter one, okay? Any questions, you post them online, and I will try to answer them as soon as I can. And remember that the next section is going to be about the different sections of tertiary study costs. I'm going to go through each one, like course fees, course related costs. So right now, Kakitiano, I'll see you soon.